a case of seasons light, and there was always a lot more they could do with it, and so they have, at least visually. I mean, we back in 19 and 17, we had the whole hay. To make hay wasn't just a case of get out there, take the grass, and pick it up. You actually had to leave it to dry. There was something like 5 stages of hay, of hay creation. But even then, it's definitely improving. As far as tornadoes are concerned, I really don't care. Although I do like the fact that there is now something that affects yields. A lot of people have said we should have hail. We should have things that we can't necessarily fully control, just like the real world. So it would have been nice to get things like crop moisture, too much rain, not enough rain, rain at the wrong time, critters eating your crop, those sorts of things. And when giants put things in, they tend to allow you to pick and choose which ones you play with. I think, and maybe someone will do that as a mod, but yes, the whole progression thing where, and I think I would even call back to Farm Sim 17 on that factor, where I could do a contract, plough a field. Okay, fine, I'll plough the field. But then almost immediately, I would then get offered, if I went to the contract lists, I would then get an offer of, hey, you can now cultivate this field. Okay, I'll cultivate the field. And I would cultivate the field. And then I'd get offered another contract where you can now seed the field with wheat. Okay, I'll seed the field with wheat, and almost immediately you then get the offer of, and I'd now like it fertilized. And so there was a progression of contracts you could do in Farm Sim 17, even the simplified system where all the equipment's out on the field, and if you run out of fuel, you've got to figure out a way of getting your field service trailer over to the contract field, because if you're away from the equipment for more than 10 seconds, the contract failed. But they did have that progression thing where I can pick a contract and just do it, and then the next one in sequence would come up. But yes, I'm guessing you're saying to actually be offered, so oh, you finished bailing up the contract, you finished bailing up my field, do you want a contract to deliver them now? And you could, yes, no. That could be kind of cool. Anyway, these fields are now together. How's Harvester has stopped again. Oh well. I guess we'll get down to the end here. And how do you like my field of poplars? But I think what Giants have done with the contracting system more recently is they are. We can turn that off now. They refresh the contracts at midnight. So you ploughed it today. If you look again tomorrow, the next one in the sequence will happen. You're the harvester. I should probably turn the engine on and send the worker home, turn the engine on, extend the pipe, and then turn this engine. Oh, I didn't notice. I'm an idiot. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, sometimes a farmer may have a situation where I don't want you transporting these bales anywhere, because I'm just going to stick them in a shed in my yard, which isn't a contractable job at the moment, and I'm going to feed them to my animals over the coming period. So all I needed was the bales created. I've actually watched a farmer down in Ohio. He had a couple of really small two-wheel drive tractors. He'd already done the mowing and the baling. He'd finished the baling before we drove past. But he had these two tractors, and they had the bale spike things. See if I've got one. Something that went on a 3-point rather than nah, I don't have one enabled for this playthrough, but it was just something that attached to the front and rear 3-points, like the whole baling equipment. So it wasn't like that, it was more a bale spike that fits to your 3-point. You had one on the front, one on the back of each of the tractors, and they were going out to the field, picking up 2 bales each, driving back to the yard and just plonking the bales in the yard. So we watched them for a little while. We went shopping, and on the way home they were wrapping the bales, and they had one of those little bale wrapper things on the back of a pickup truck. Just stick the bales in, wrap the bale, and move on to the next one. But actually seen that happening in real life. There was another farm down. That was just a little small operation. I don't know whether he had animals in one of the sheds or whatever. But there's a huge cattle operation in, can't remember where, just north of where my father-in-law lives. And they had big piles of chaff covered in silage in the field, and then next to that they just had stacks and stacks of racked bales. I mean, you're talking a long couple of hundred bales per row, and then a gap, and then another couple of hundred bales in a row, and then they had these not bale just stacked out in the middle of the field, and then covered over. But then they have these massive sheds on top of the hill with more cattle than the mind can comfortably conceive, type of thing. They were huge sheds, absolutely filled with cows. Okay, that's 54,000. So hopefully the next trailer load will get me a sorghum harvesting achievement. Yay. I don't know how many chickens we're supposed to breed either, but I think I haven't done that yet, so that might not be far off. Yeah, this farm has definitely come a long way since I started and looks nothing like what it was originally. We've now got a cow shed, and I actually had to buy a silo to store stuff in because I got chickens and they need food. Alright, you're good. We need to... I'm going to have to wait till this empties before I turn it back on again, because I think we should get all the rest of this field done. Or at least the harvester should. I'm not sure whether the grain cart will be able to haul it all the way, but there you go. Now I can go back here. Oh. Turn that off. And we'll get the rest of these field join up things. And I did admit over the new year that I think I've gone a little bit overboard with the field sculpting here. Even with the size of equipment I'm running, I'm getting to feel that some of these fields are just too big for what I'm trying to do. And I don't like spending 3 hours harvesting a field if I can avoid it. And I've now got myself into that position, which is not a good plan. And I don't know what caused it. I did end up bugging out the big silage bunkers that I had on the farm. So I had to delete them because I just had silage stuck in the bunkers and I couldn't get them out. So I am probably not inclined to do a farm with a serious amount of silage for a long time now. I probably won't be using Maize Plus in Farm Sim 25. It's fun to use, but it's the whole idea is to do a lot of silage, and I think I've had my fill of silage on both of your farms. The Maypole farm I did bales, and bales were bugging out. At this farm I've done silage bunkers, and I mean it's 6 years in, but the silage bunkers were completely bugging out as well, so let's not do as much of anything next time. Okay, I am going to cover that corner, I think. That's good. And I think I should be able to just get away with doing this way. And there we go, 3 fields combined. I've just got to do the top bit and we're good. Yes. So any plans for totally new maps, or just rework some of the ones we've already had? I mean, even with all things said, if I never do this map again and I never do Maypole again, there's still at least 2 others plus the combo that I can mess with if I feel the need. But I kind of respect what is it, Oxygen David's move to not do older maps when he moved to Farm Sim 22. It's like, no, we won't be seeing oh, there were so many. The one with the seaside, the beach. There was the one with all the hills. I did enjoy playing some of those, but it's like, it's nice to see something absolutely totally new. And although that said, it is. It's nice to do a rework of at least one. So with Black Sheep we generally get an early release of the Old Stream Farm small map, but enough to, you know, for the modder to get used to Giant's engine, and people will play it. But then with his, I like Old Stream Farm. He does tend to release it early, but the other one, the Valley, the Old Farm, I don't know. Something about that map. It's not one I enjoyed playing. So yeah, it's a very pretty looking map, but I'm not taken with it. Okay, we'll come in here, we'll do, well, okay, we won't do that. Do that, lift it up, and, oh, come on. Just couldn't make the turn in time. There we go. And done. There is a button you press, and I can't remember what it is. Limit to fields 23, F2, and fold. And let's go get in this one. Is he filled, or is that job done? It says it needs to be unloaded, which is odd. But it looks like the field is complete. 16,000. The worker's still in there, but the worker's not going to extend the thing. That is pretty much 0 seconds done. Okay. And I have to send the worker home. I have to start the engine. There we go. Have to do that. Get that under there. I'm not seeing any sorghum on this field. We'll take a look at the map. Yeah, there's nothing else there. It's all harvested. That's ploughed. None of this needs ploughed. I could mulch this bit, but not inclined. Could look at... I'm guessing I probably want to lime all of these, especially that bit down the middle, and I might want to pre-nitrogen with slurry. Let me purchase soil information. Purchase soil information. And purchase soil information. And now that's all joined up. Yay. Okay. That's good enough. You're not full, so we actually made it. Let's clear the course, turn that off. Fold that. Fold that. And fold that. And we can turn the hazards off. There we go. That is such an impressive piece of technology. Alright. Take this back to the yard. And then I guess I don't have to plant those fields yet. Leave that there. But I think I'm allowed to. Yeah, we can plant wheat, barley, canola and oats. So as I said, I might put oats in those fields. Oh, we missed a bit. Very, very tiny, tiny bit. Oh well. Let's just get this back to the store. I think this is the third cart, so this will definitely put us over the 60,000. I don't think you get to... I don't have Steam repeating to the stream feed, but it will appear on my screen. So, slow it down. And in we go. I will keep an eye out for Sorghum achievement. Am I going to get one? Okay. I got paid, so that's a good thing. You do a job, you get paid. Yay. can get this back to the farm. We'll get the flatbed loaded and I'll start doing all the bale collecting. Where's the time? 10 after 10. Still early. Mrs. Osa's still sleeping, so that's a thing. Oh, I thought the kids were messing around with cereal. No. Boy child got a huge box of Legos, so he is sat on the floor sorting them out. I guess I'll leave the Lamborghini where it is for a while. We'll make a ton of money. That's a good plan. Okay, that's good. Press that button. Start right. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Let's put this right where turns out I don't want it. Get the harvester all nice and shiny and black, and the header also. I should check on what's the next crop we're harvesting. Oops. Not close enough. Still not close enough. Close enough. So the poplars are going to be a while. The sugar beets and sunflowers are the only things I think I've got left this year. Oh. Going to be a little bit more interesting. Well, is it? I suppose at the end of the year we'll put the corn header at the back of the shed and stick that back on the harvester. It's probably the best way to do it.